LED lights in it. I think you could probably just pick this truck up. Koozie holder. We added these decals. I'm done for now, I think. What are you doing? Waiting for the bus?
I'm waiting for the show.
Oh, it's a smoke show. So for all of you folks that have wondered what Tork's farm truck's like or why I got a Jeep, we're gonna give you the once over today of what we've got and what we've done to it. One of the biggest things that I hated about a farm truck is I seem to constantly take it places that I shouldn't, and I was always getting stuck. I'm not saying that I won't ever get stuck, but I think the likelihood has gone down significantly. Stay tuned. Okay, so now that that's out of my system, how many quarters do you got? Because we're gonna have to go to the car wash now.
I don't have any, but I'm sure we can find some on the bottom of the floorboards.
I hope we don't plug the drain. Everybody's got the same bad idea, and I'm not gonna wait in line for the automatic wash. You can wash it yourself just as fast as you can get through that line. And you probably do a better job, so. The bumper stayed fairly clean. Fairly. We just left the car wash and we didn't quite get it perfect, but we got it good enough. People have asked how I like this thing, what year is it, why do I want to get a Jeep. So the long story is that when they redesigned the Wranglers back, I don't know, it's probably been 5 or 6 years ago, I really wanted to get one. It didn't fit. I wasn't home all the time, and I didn't think that it was something that we needed or that I could justify, so I didn't get one. Well, then when I came back to the farm, I've had it rolling back in my head that I wanted to get a Jeep, and when the Gladiators came out, I really liked that because I like having a little bit of a pickup bed. And granted, I mean, it's a pickup in name only. That bed is, I'll show you when we get back there, that bed's pretty tiny, but it's good enough for what I need it for because we've got Sawyer's big truck if we need to pull the trailer or we need to haul something big. So anyway, I ended up deciding to buy a Gladiator, and this is a 2021, so it's a little over a year old now. And I ended up getting a Mojave, and I didn't really have a big preference. The Mojave has a higher speed transfer case, and it actually sits a little bit wider. Because their whole marketing bit with the Mojave is that it's like for going fast in the desert, which there isn't much desert in Iowa, but there's not much mountain in Iowa either. But it sits a little bit wider, and I like the look of it. And it comes with these Fox, you can see them in there, piggyback shocks. So the reservoirs are up underneath the skid plate in the front. So they're a reservoir shock, and all that means is that there's more fluid in them. They don't heat up as fast. If you're driving somewhere where you're going like this, you know, the shocks don't fade as fast because they got those reservoirs on it. So that was the decision I made. And what I bought was a bone stock Gladiator Mojave. had 31-inch tires on it. It had running boards on it, but it didn't really help me because I'm short anyway. And one of the first things that I did is I traded those out and I bought these step sides from Rock Slide Engineering. And that is really nice. And that's great if you're a circus midget like me to get in and out, because I hadn't even put bigger tires on it yet. And I knew that getting in and out was gonna be something I didn't like without a step. I'm not getting paid by anybody of anything that is on here, but if you're gonna buy rock sliders, they're hands down the best out there. They're not cheap, but they're well built and they're made in America. I think the guys are from Utah. So the last thing that I added, in fact, we just got this on, is the front bumper. So the bumper that came on it was, you know, plastic. It wasn't even the steel, like a Rubicon has a steel bumper, and it didn't have the winch, and that's something I wanted. But Sawyer's truck has a road armor bumper, and we put that on there after we hit a deer with it, and love that bumper. Well made, made in Texas. I knew that's what I wanted for the front of this, so we ended up going with a road armor bumper. Got a Warren 12,000 pound winch. This is the S, plenty big for anything I'm ever gonna get into, knock on wood. I mean, I don't know, but Warren has been around forever, and it's a well-made winch. I could have bought one probably cheaper than what that was, but they've got a great reputation for being well built, and I didn't want to take a chance, and so that's what I went with. These are actually KC highlights, and these are their Flex 3s, I think, and these actually are supposed to go in these holes. These are just fog lights, and they're a high-low fog light. They make a like bracket that you can put these in that covers up the corners so it's flush when you mount them, and I didn't have those. I'm still trying to track those down, so when we put it on, we just mounted them up here. Eventually we'll move them down here. And these are road armor shackles too, and they're pretty stout. I can't remember what the weight rating on them, but I think you could probably just pick this truck up and pull it up a tree with these, and they're gonna have they're not gonna fail. And then we'll go around here to the side, and the most obvious thing that I've done that everybody does when you get a Jeep, it seems like, is you want to put bigger wheels and tires on it. And I really angsted about this because I was trying to decide, am I gonna lift it? Am I gonna leave it stock? What can I fit under there? And if you look at anybody's videos or anybody's pictures on social media when they put wheels and tires on a Jeep, the questions in the comments are, what's the offset? What's the back spacing? How big are those wheels? How big are those tires? Do they rub? Because you just don't know till you actually go and get them. These are Rugged Ridge 20-inch wheels. I know the purists are gonna beat me up because most people run 17 or 18-inch wheels, because they'll say if you take this thing off-road, a bigger wheel means less sidewall, more chance that you can roll your tire off. I'm probably not ever gonna do anything crazy enough that I'll be in that situation. These are 35 by 12.5 Toyo Open Countries. These are fantastic tires. We ran them on Sawyer's pickup. Those are just a darn good tire. Durable, and they will throw mud like a son of a bitch, as you can well see. Plenty of traction, plenty of capability off-road. Really happy with them. They look sharp. At least I think they look sharp. We added these decals. These aren't from the factory. I got these from, I can't remember where I got them, but anyway, my local body guy, he put those on. And I might give him a shout out. Randy Pierce is my guy with the body shop. He painted the bumpers to match, so they came raw, and he painted them, and he did those decals. Let's go to the back, and we'll talk about this bumper. Like I said, the front bumper is road armor. The back bumper is from Rebel Off-Road. And these great people, because I ordered this bumper and I ordered it raw, and they actually called me because they wanted to make sure that that was right, because with it, I ordered these rock slide extensions that fill in this gap between your fender and your bumper. And I ordered those powder coated black, but I ordered the bumper raw, and they actually took the time to call me to make sure that that's what I wanted, because that was a little bit unusual. But Rebel Off-Road's out of California, and then they also got a shop that they opened down in Texas. Rebel Off-Road Summit bumper. and it's got these steps on the side. Your backup sensors fit in it, and it actually comes with lights that screw in these holes, and you can wire them up for the license plate lights. We didn't put those on because we're playing around doing with some different stuff. I have KC just, I think those are 3-inch squares, maybe they're 4-inch squares. Those are just my backup lights. Road Armor shackles on the back. I bought the Gladiator badge. I took off the Jeep badge. My body guy put this on. Oracle LED lights. So one of the things that the Jeep purists will know is this doesn't have the boxy lights that comes from the factory. We traded them out and I put these in. I just think they're kind of neat, and I was okay with the original ones, but I really like the look of these, so we switched them. Probably the biggest thing that you're either gonna love or hate on this is this ARE topper. And I'm 51, so I'm right on that edge of whether I'm one of those old guys with a topper or not. But I had a tonneau cover and I hated it. So much stuff that I wanted to put in the bed of this truck wouldn't fit under the tonneau cover. This is a classic. Can't remember what the exact number of it is, but it's from ARE, and I love this thing. So I'll open it up for you. So you can see how small the bed is, but it's got LED lights in it. It's kind of got the indoor-outdoor carpet top. You can get in it from both sides. The window in the front actually folds down, so if you want to wash that back window of your Jeep, the inside window of the topper, it folds out of the way so you can have access to that whole window. Got this from Mountain Hatch, and this is just a cover for your tailgate that makes it smooth so it doesn't have the deals. And it comes with a koozie holder, which is very important when you're wrenching on something. Overall, I'm really happy with it. I'm done for now. Tricia, if you're listening, I'm done for now. I think, until I find something else that I really like. The problem with a Jeep is, the Jeep is actually the cheap part. It's when you get it, and then you start adding stuff, and as soon as you start down that road, you just keep finding more stuff that you'd like to add. It's a lot of fun, but it can be, you got to keep it in check because it can cause you a lot of problems, and I am at the prime midlife crisis, you know. I just don't have my gold chain on yet. So the interior, I'll show you the interior quick. There really isn't much with that that's changed. Grab handles, really like those, they're handy. They were more handy when you had to get in and out and you didn't have the steps. Weather guard, floor mats, that's a must because they fit excellent and they keep all the crap out of it. I got a 67 design dual cell phone holder that has the mount for a GoPro. She's pretty much stock other than that, but I love it. And we're gonna take it on a cross-country trip here before too long. In the end of April, we're going to Jeep Beach down in Daytona Beach. It's the 23rd annual, and I think there'll be somewhere around 20,000 Jeeps there. So ought to be a lot of fun. We're looking forward to getting a lot of good use out of it. I hope that was everything that you wanted to know, and probably a lot of stuff you didn't. So thanks for watching.